Hello and welcome to TTV News with some latest events in Tây Ninh province. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking at the National Conference on the implementation of Regulation number 144 on revolutionary ethical standards for officials and party members in the new era, and Directive number 35 on the party congresses at all levels toward the 14th National Congress of the party, held on the morning of July 9, Mr. Lương Cường, Politburo member and standing member of the party secretariat, emphasized that itself, especially the leaders, must highlight their role and responsibility in setting an example by implementing Regulation number 144. He called for strengthened inspection, supervision, and disciplinary action within the party, and stressed the importance of the supervisory and critical role of the Vietnam Fatherland Front and the people, relying on the people to build the party. Repeating General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng words, honor is the most sacred and noble thing. Mr. Lương Cường suggested every official and party member to always uphold honor, self-respect, integrity, and professional conduct, including the culture of resignation. He emphasized that they must thoroughly understand and conscientiously practice revolutionary ethical standards, making these standards a distinctive trait of officials and party members and the core of the party's culture. Regarding Directive 35 of the Politburo, the standing member of the party secretariat urged party committees at all levels to firmly draft the 7 requirements and 6 contents outlined in the directive. This includes thoroughly preparing draft documents for the Congress and ensure that personnel work upholds the direct and comprehensive leadership of the party committee. Following the principles of right process, right people, candidates introduced for the new term must be individuals with strong political bravery, firm ideological stance, exemplary ethics and lifestyle, transparency, creativity, and willingness to think, act, and take responsibility for common tasks. The focus should remain on leading the construction of a clean and strong party and political system, in conjunction with studying and following Ho Chi Minh's ideology, ethics, and style, and promoting patriotic emulation movements. Mr. Lương Cường expressed confidence that Regulation 144 and Directive 35 will be strictly and successfully implemented, contributing to the fulfillment of the goals set by the 13th Party Congress resolution and ensuring further preparation for party congresses at all levels, leading up to the 14th Party Congress.
Ladies and gentlemen, on July the 11th in Vientiane capital, Vietjet awarded a cooperation agreement with the Lao Ministry of Public Works and Transport on the cooperation to strengthen air transport connections in Laos. The event took place under the witness of the President Tholam and General Secretary and President of Laos, Thongloun Sisulit, and senior leaders of the two countries. The Lao Ministry of the Public Works and Transport highly appreciated the contributions and capacities of the Vietjet, an international company with extensive experience in the aviation industry. The signing of cooperation agreement on aviation development is consistent with the common goals and orientation agreed upon by the governments of the two countries in the Memorandum of the Understanding on the Transport Cooperation Strategy between the Government of Vietnam and the Government of Laos in the period of 2016 and 2025. And to another foreign affairs on July the 11th, the delegation of Singapore Food Association led by Dr. Abdul Salim Abdul Kader, the Deputy General Director of the Singapore Food Agency, visited and worked with the province of Tây Ninh province. And welcoming and working with the delegation, there was Mr. Trần Văn Chiến, Vice Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee. Speaking to welcome the working group, the Vice Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee of Tây Ninh province affirmed that today's working session is an opportunity for authorities and potential businesses to produce livestock and poultry products for export, and let's exchange and learn about the Singapore market, find the best solution to make the export of animals and husbandry on poultry products more and more sustainable. Dr. Abdul Kader, Deputy General Director of Singapore Food Agency, highly appreciated the agreement and control work of the Vietnamese government in the field of avian flu prevention in recent times, and at the same time, he expressed that this trip will help the two sides cooperate in more detail and depth on trade, import and export of meat, especially the poultry products and chicken eggs. In the near future, the Singapore can organize the first deal to import chicken, meat and eggs from Tây Ninh province. And on the same day, the delegation also visited and worked with the Vietnam Kiao Company Limited in Tân Biên district. And ladies and gentlemen, at the group discussion section of the Provincial People's Council meeting, the issues of removing obstacles, resolutely handling projects that are slow to be implemented, slow to be handed over, and projects that are slow to put land into use were also discussed by delegates expressed special concern. At the discussion, delegates requested Provincial People's Committee to soon complete policy institutions, processes and procedures to remove problems and strengthen inspection and examination work, and thirdly coordinate with the competent authorities to quickly resolve problems in inspection conclusions, contributing to early project implementation. And along with that, the province also needs to focus on directing and urging to speed up progress and soon complete the joining plans and specialized technical infrastructure plans to serve as a basis for resolving related documents. And the project is slow in the implementation, slow in handover, and had adjustments in planning, and will be completed in 2024. Meanwhile, in discussion group number 2, led by Ms. Nguyễn Thị Xuân Hương, head of the Cultural Social Committee of Provincial People's Council, the delegates contributed many enthusiastic opinions related to the health sector. The delegates suggested that the health sector needs to pay attention and have the solution for many public health facilities that have degraded, but cannot be repaired or upgraded due to the problems with previous settlement work. And from the patient side, many voters have also expressed concerns about the lack of medicines and medical supplies when going for medical examination and treatment. And there are still some problems with insurance payment procedures, which the industry is requested to pay attention to and resolve. Regarding the draft resolution stipulating policies to support medical examination and treatment costs for the poor in Tây Ninh province, the period of 2024 and 2028, delegates contributed many opinions to create conditions for patients to can easily access and benefit from the policies without creating many interpretations for implementing the unit. And ladies and gentlemen, purchasing digital signatures as described in the law on electronic transactions of 2023 and draft decree regulating electronic signatures and trust services will seriously affect the operations of credit institutions, as well as increasing the cost for the people and businesses every time when they transact with banks. And this content was raised by the members of Banking Association at a meeting held on morning July the 11th in Hanoi. The Banking Association said it agrees and supports that each person should have a digital signature to use for public and business transactions, but it needs to be considered in the practical context of facilities, technological infrastructure, the people's adaptation level, and does not disturb the production and business activities, as well as suddenly increase the cost for the people and businesses. And therefore, in the intermediate future, the association recommends that the people should not be forced to perform digital signatures. And ladies and gentlemen, as reported on the morning of July the 11th, the 14th section of the 10th Tây Ninh Provincial People's Council meeting term of 2021-2026 officially opened. One of the contents of special interest of voters and delegates is the report on the socio-economic development situation in the first 6 months of the Provincial People's Committee. The report has partly showed the outstanding results that the whole province has achieved, along with practical and drastic solutions that contribute to the further promoting the province's socio-economic development in the coming time. In the first 6 months of 2024, with great efforts and high determination of the entire political system from the province to grassroots, the dynamism and creativity to overcome the difficulties of all economic sectors and the people, the province's socio-economic development continues to prosper. Production and business activities tend to recover well, the investment environment continues to improve, and the province actively supports and creates favorable conditions for businesses, restores and develops production and business, and creates jobs for workers, promotes the investment attraction, and have selective for the service trade continues to recover and develop positively. I must say that I'm very impressed, and because in the assessment report in the first 6 months of 2024, the Provincial People's Committee focused on solving difficulties and creating favorable conditions for businesses and economic development sectors also. Initial steps show that economic growth is developing. According to reports, it is estimated to be 7.9% over the same period, ranking first in the Southeast region, and that is confidence and excitement for the province voters. However, besides the impressive results achieved in the socio-economic development, the Provincial People's Committee assessed that the province's socio-economic situation still has many limitations. Production and business activities in some industry and fields are still difficult, and thereby, the Provincial People's Committee has proposed 11 groups of solutions to effectively implement the key tasks in the last 6 months of the year. Continue to review and remove difficulties and obstacles hindering the production and business activities, administrative reforms, improving the business investment environment, creating favorable conditions for businesses and the people, promote investment attraction, focus on directing the on-schedule implementation of key investment projects that have investment policies in all fields, promote budget collection, strive to achieve and exceed estimates, thoroughly save on regular expenses. In addition, the People's Committee also directs the implementation of solutions to create conditions and support the businesses, organizations, and individuals to link production to create the real efficiency in linking and replicating agricultural models with the high technology applications. Continue to effectively implement policies to support and create jobs for the workers. At the same time, we are determined to create a change and synchronization in administrative reform and improve the efficiencies of digital transformation. And ladies and gentlemen, Vietnam has over 14.8 million hectares of forest, including 34 national parks and more than 100 nature reserves and landscape protection areas. The National Park Passport initiative was announced by the Ministry of Agriculture and Development on the morning of July 11 at the Forum of Public-Private Cooperation to develop multi-use values of forest ecosystems, showing the efforts of Ministry of Agriculture and Development, the ministry in implementing the strategic task for the Vietnam forestry development in the next period. According to the Ministry of Agriculture and Development, this initiative aims to create mechanisms to promote ecotourism development in national parks and nature reserves, motivate visitors to experience and explore the values of the forest ecosystem, gradually form a sustainable financial mechanisms and create momentum for national parks and the nature service, to have tourism infrastructure that attract visitors and attract the attention of the community also, to the sustainable values of the ecosystem. Domestic and international tourists can own a passport in paper or electronic forms. First, we will build a paper passport through the National Park Association, which is the unit responsible for the issuance and transfer this passport to the community. The second thing we are continuing to develop is the electronic passport application. The National Park Passport will attract people to experience national parks and raise awareness of environmental protection. Along with that, is promoting the country and the people of Vietnam internationally, and thereby attracting resources for development and forest protection also. In the first phase, the National Park Passport is applied in 34 national parks belonging to the special geoforest system with the tourism activities. The National Park Passport initiative is the result of a public-private partnership between the Ministry of Agriculture and Development and the business partners operating in Vietnam.
Dear audience, deeply imbued with President Ho Chi Minh's teaching, Emulation is patriotism, and patriotism requires emulation. Over the years, the command of TayNinh Provincial Border Guard has consistently emphasized leadership and guidance in the work of emulation and reward, as well as the determination to win emulation movement, closely integrated with the local patriotic emulation movement. In the past 5 years, the Provincial Border Guard forces have successfully fulfilled on tasks across various aspects of their work. Regarding the fight against crime, TayNinh Provincial Border Guard has led successful operations resulting in 9 cases resolved and the apprehension of 19 individuals involved in human trafficking, illegal transportation of prohibited goods, smuggling, and illegal border crossings. Many programs, models, projects, and new initiatives have profound humanitarian significance, such as the Military-Civilian Health Collaboration Program, Spring at the Border Guards warms the hearts of local residents, and improving access to education, adopting border guard stations as foster parents. Through these programs and models, numerous exemplary individuals have emerged. I strive to earnestly fulfill the tasks assigned by the party and state, placing the collective work at the forefront. I regularly engage closely with the local people, deeply understanding both domestic and foreign border situations to timely advise the party committee and command. In the past 5 years, TayNinh Provincial Border Guards has been honored with 2 certificates of commendation from the Prime Minister, and 2 collective units have been awarded commendation flags by the Border Guard Command. Additionally, nearly 600 collectives and 3,300 individuals have been awarded commendations and certificates of merit by various levels and sectors. The TayNinh Provincial Border Guard is a shining example in implementing the emulation movement within the military and local communities, serving at the origins of numerous initiatives, models, and effective, innovative practices. At the determination to win emulation Congress of TayNinh Provincial Border Guard for the periods of 2019 to 2024, leaders have provided precise directions to enhance the effectiveness of emulation and reward activities in the new phase. We will continue to innovate the methods, contents, and organization of the determination to win emulation movement, aligning with the specific tasks and requirements of each agency and units to achieve practical effectiveness. We emphasize the importance of timely summarization, evaluation, identification, commendation, and reward, as well as the replication of exemplary advanced models and good practices. Special attention will be given to spontaneous commendation and rewards. With the achieved results, strong determination, and high sense of responsibility, it's believed that the emulation, commendation, and the determination to win emulation movement in TayNinh Border Guard will continue to harvest many new successes, firmly protecting national sovereignty and border security in the new circumstances. And that's all for today, TTV News. Thank you for being with us and goodbye for now.